Chapter 71. 71, Power of the Golden Armored Puppet, Death of You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 71. Power of the Golden Armored Puppet, Death of Shen Daofeng Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations. Jiang Qingshuan's words made many people sober up. Indeed. This time, the demon beasts had caused such a huge commotion. It was impossible for the Violet Palace realm masters in other places not to sense it. As long as Shen Yuanlong, Tian Qin, and the others present could last until the other cultivators came to help, this crisis would be resolved. Ruyan, I'm afraid we can't hold back our strength from now on. At this moment, Jiang Qingxian sent a voice transmission to Shen Ruyan. Shen Ruyan smiled and nodded at him. Then go all out. Let's get through this crisis first. Meanwhile, falling thunder seal was thrown out of Shen Ruyan's hand. Rumble. In an instant, streaks of lightning struck the demon beasts in front of them. While turning a large number of level 1 demon beasts into charcoal, it also turned 3 low-grade level 2 demon beasts into 3 corpses on the spot. At the same time, Jiang Qingxian threw out several mid-grade level 2 offensive talismans. Among them were the Divine Wind Talisman and the Big Dipper Golden Sword Talisman. A dark green hurricane and a golden sword chi that was more than 100 feet long landed on the 2 mid-grade level 2 demon beasts. The 2 demon beasts didn't even have time to react. One of them was cut into 2 on the spot, and the other was seriously injured. It was then taken down by Jiang Qingshuan's low-grade level 2 sea burning flame spell. The deaths of these 2 level 2 demon beasts brought the herd to a halt. Taking advantage of this time, Chen Feilong and the other 2 also released all their might and actually forced back the 3 level 2 demon beasts in front of them. At this moment, 3 high grade level 2 double-winged tigers targeted Jiang Qingxian, causing him to be on the defending side. On the other hand, Shen Ruyan still hadn't encountered a match. Under the Curse Light Sword, be it low-grade level 2, mid-grade level 2, or high-grade level 2 demon beasts, none of them could withstand her continuous attacks. This also made everyone look at her in surprise. When Shen Daoming and the other elders of the Shen family noticed her current strength, they couldn't help but be shocked. When did Ruyan break through to the 9th level of the Foundation Establishment realm? Just as this thought flashed through their minds, a shout suddenly came from the crowd not far away. Elder Rushuang, be careful. A mid-grade level 2 centipede and a high-grade level 2 platinum red-tailed scorpion sent Shen Rushuang's defensive Dharma artifact flying. Seeing that the attacks of the 2 demonic beasts were about to land on her, despair appeared in Shen Rushuang's eyes. It was at that very moment that a dark golden saber suddenly blocked the platinum red-tailed scorpion and collided with its stinger. A muffled groan sounded in the air. At some point, Shen Changyan had appeared in front of Shen Rushuang. 6th uncle, as soon as Shen Rushuang shouted, she felt herself being sent flying far away by a huge force. Shen Changyan's voice came from afar. Rushuang, you're not good at close combat. Hurry up and go to help Daoming or Ruyan. Leave these 2 beasts to me. With that, Shen Changyan charged towards the 2 demon beasts. At the same time, Jiang Qingxian, who was being surrounded by 3 high-grade level 2 demon beasts, gradually exuded a cold and murderous aura. Since you're courting death, I'll fulfill your wish. Thinking of this, he suddenly took out 3 golden jade talismans. It was the golden Armored Puppet Talisman. He originally wanted to use them as trump cards at the very last moment, but now, he had no choice but to use them on these 3 level 2 demon beasts. Buzz! As Jiang Qingxian activated the 3 golden armored puppet talismans in his hand, 3 burly men in golden armor suddenly walked out of the void. Each of them held a golden saber in their hands. Facing the 3 double-winged tigers that were attacking Jiang Qingxian, the 3 golden armored burly men did not hesitate at all. As they slashed out with their sabers, an extremely explosive aura suddenly surged around them. There were 3 loud bangs. The terrifying explosion immediately turned the ground within a few kilometers into a deep pit. The 3 high-grade level 2 double-winged tigers were caught off guard and were blown up on the spot. Roar! The painful roars of the 3 double-winged tigers suddenly came from the sky. The wings on the back of both of them were blown off on the spot, and the 2 legs of the remaining one were blown away. They looked as miserable as they could be. Now, Jiang Qingxian had a clearer understanding of the power of the golden armor puppet talisman. He didn't wait a second. A faint dragon cry suddenly sounded in the air. Then, his high-grade level 2 flying sword, the Void Dragon Sword, quickly swept past the heads of 2 double-winged tigers and killed them in midair. The remaining double-winged tiger reacted faster and turned into a gust of wind to escape into the distance. But even so, in the end, its tail was still cut off by Jiang Qingxuan's Void Dragon Sword. As a result, 2 of the 3 high-grade level 2 demon beasts that had targeted Jiang Qingxian were dead and 1 was seriously injured. This also stunned the Shen family elders and the Sunset sect elders. Especially when Jiang Qingxian used the golden armor puppet talisman just now. What was that? What level of talisman was it? The power of the explosion could actually severely injure 3 high-grade level 2 demon beasts. Could it be a high-grade level 2 talisman? However, looking at the fluctuation of the talisman just now, it did not seem like it. Most importantly, they noticed that the golden-armored burly men that had been summoned seemed to be autonomous beings. This was quite impressive. They had never seen a talisman that could summon that golden-armored burly man to fight without needing instructions. For a moment, many people's attention was attracted to the golden-armored burly men. Brother Dao Feng. Senior Sister Mo. It was also at this moment that a few sorrowful cries finally pulled everyone back to their senses. On the other 2 sides of the battlefield, Shen Daofeng from the Shen Immortal family and the Foundation Establishment Realm female cultivator from the Sunset sect were killed under the siege of those demon beasts. This was also the first time since the beginning of the beast riot that cultivators above the Foundation Establishment Realm died. The expressions of Jiang Qingxian, Shen Ruyan, Shen Daoming, and the other Shen family cultivators changed drastically. They suddenly turned to look in the direction where Shen Daofeng was originally. Shen Daofeng's corpse was no longer there. Chapter 72. 72. Opportunity to turn the situation around. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 72. Opportunity to turn the situation around. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations. This was what usually happened while fighting demon beasts. Once a cultivator died, their corpse would instantly be devoured. All the Shen family cultivators were extremely sad. It had to be known that when Shen Daofeng, ancestor Shen Yuanlong, and the others went to the Ganyang sect to participate in the extermination of the demonic cultivators, there was no accident. However, this was only the first day of the demon beast riot, and an elder of the Shen Immortal family had already died. Everyone knew that such tragedies would continue to happen. After Shen Daofeng and the female cultivator surnamed Mo died, the overall battlefield situation seemed to have been turned around. For example, Shen Changyan was cornered and in a dangerous situation. It had to be known that before he came to Shen Rushuang's rescue, he had already engaged in a tough fight with several level 2 demon beasts and was severely injured. Now, he had to face the 2 level 2 demon beasts, the centipede and the platinum red-tailed scorpion. Of the 2, the platinum red-tailed scorpion was a high-grade level 2 demon beast. Shen Changyan was already on the losing side. In addition, there were still other demon beasts coming to harass him. Shen Changyan, an old man of the Shen family, felt unprecedentedly pressured. Just as he used a ring-shaped Dharma artifact to block the venom of the centipede, he gave the scorpion a chance to launch a sneak tail attack on him. Whoosh! When the tail struck him, Shen Changyan immediately vomited blood and fell. A large part of his chest caved in. One could even vaguely see the internal organs inside. Sixth uncle. The situation naturally attracted the attention of the other Shen family elders. Shen Rushuang, who had already come to Shen Ruiyan's side, wanted to go back and save Shen Changyan, but Shen Ruiyan stopped her. Cousin Rushuang, you can't go over. But sixth uncle, Shen Rushuang's eyes were filled with tears. Obviously, everyone already knew that given the situation Shen Changyan was in, he couldn't be saved. Even if he was saved, the probability of him surviving was less than %. Moreover, he didn't want to be a burden to everyone. He suddenly took out a dark red pill from his body. Shen Rushuang's expression changed when she saw the pill. Blood-burning pill. This pill was a high-grade level 2 pill. L.RG, as the name suggested, after consuming it, the blood in your body would burn crazily and you would obtain extremely powerful strength for a short period of time. The side effect of this pill was self-evident. It would burn all the blood in your body. Obviously, Shen Changyan wanted to use this pill to die with the demon beasts. You evil beasts! You want to eat me? Over my dead body. Everyone, I'll go first. As soon as he finished speaking, he swallowed the blood-burning pill. In an instant, Shen Changyan, who was already seriously injured and even on the verge of death, suddenly erupted with an extremely powerful aura. The level 2 Dharma artifact battle saber in front of him suddenly emitted an extremely dazzling sharpness. When Shen Changyan held it, the saber cracked a little. It seemed to be unable to withstand Shen Changyan's sudden increase in true essence. However, because of this, the power of this saber became even more terrifying. Gradually, the entire saber was covered in a thick layer of blood. Roar! The centipede and the platinum red-tailed scorpion seemed to have sensed the terrifying aura emitted by the saber. The two demon beasts actually began to slowly retreat. Shen Changyan's eyes suddenly widened as he shouted. Slash! Boom! At this moment, a dark red saber beam nearly 1,000 feet long suddenly appeared in everyone's vision. Hiss! The centipede did not even have time to escape before its entire body was cut into two by the saber beam. The platinum red-tailed scorpion roared crazily. A layer of armor-like shells appeared on its body. As it fled crazily, it shot out countless poisonous spikes from its tail. It was trying to block the slash of the saber. However, even so, it still couldn't outrun the saber beam. Almost half of its body was cut off by the saber beam. The only thing that was slightly better than the centipede was that it was lucky to have survived. Seeing this, many people present had mixed feelings. Because they all knew that what Shen Changyan had sacrificed this time was his life. After Shen Changyan slashed out the saber for the last time, his entire body began to shatter like broken porcelain. In a moment, he turned into dust and dissipated. This made everyone's hearts skip a beat right now. It was Shen Changyan, Shen Daofeng, and fellow Doyist Mo. What about later? Whose turn would it be later? Jiang Qingxian and Shen Ruiyan looked at each other. The two of them were connected. At this moment, they understood each other's thoughts. That was, things could not go on like this. They had to find an opportunity to turn the situation around. Without a doubt, the only opportunity to turn the situation around was on the two Violet Palace realm ancestors. No matter what, they had to kill one of the 4 level 3 demon beasts. Only then would the remaining 3 level 3 demon beasts retreat in fear so that they could buy enough time for the other Violet Palace realm cultivators to come and help. At the thought of this, Jiang Qingxian and Shen Ruiyan immediately sent a voice transmission to Shen Daoming and told him their thoughts and plans. After Shen Daoming heard it, he really felt that the two of them were bold. As Foundation Establishment cultivators, they actually wanted to engage in a level 3 battle. However, after thinking about it carefully, he had to admit that the best way to resolve the current crisis was to engage in the level 3 battle and buy more time. Most importantly, with their strength combined, they really had the ability to confront these level 3 demon beasts. Firstly, Jiang Qingxian and Shen Ruyan both had level 3 talismans that could threaten level 3 demon beasts. On the other hand, he had the family treasure, the level 3 Dharma treasure, the blue sea bell. It was also something that could threaten level 3 demon beasts. If the three of them cooperated well, the two Violet Palace Realm ancestors could seize the opportunity to kill a level 3 demon beast. It was really not impossible to turn the situation around. At that time, even if the remaining 3 level 3 demon beasts didn't retreat, they would at least be intimidated. The only problem was, among the 4 level 3 demon beasts, which one should they choose to attack? Chapter 73. 73. Killing the Lightning Crocodile. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 73. Killing the Lightning Crocodile. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations. Jiang Qingxian and Shen Ruyan had an answer to this question. The ones they wouldn't target first were the double-eyed demon snake and the three-eyed eagle. This was because these 2 level 3 demon beasts both had acute eyesight and were extremely vigilant. It was probably not so easy to trap them. Next to be excluded was the purple-eyed demon wolf. The wolf was cunning by nature and was extremely wary of its surroundings. Therefore, it was not suitable to target it. In this way, only the lightning crocodile was left. In terms of strength and defense, the lightning crocodile was undoubtedly the strongest among the 4 level 3 demon beasts. It did not seem right to target it first. However, compared to the other 3 level 3 demon beasts, the lightning crocodile's reaction and vigilance were clearly weaker. If everything went smoothly, they had a 40% chance of killing this level 3 demon beast. At that moment. On the surface, Jiang Qingxian, Shen Ruyan, and Shen Daoming seemed to be confronting the many demon beasts in front of them with all their might, but in fact, they had already placed most of their attention on the battle in the sky. Especially Jiang Qingxian. He had already activated his spirit eye of insight to the maximum and paid close attention to the timing of his attack. As a result, his eyes were unknowingly dyed red. It was a sign that he had overused his eyes. At this moment, the battle in the sky was still ongoing. Shen Yuanlong and Tian Qin were clearly injured to different degrees. Boom! At this moment, another wave of collision erupted in the air. A purple veil umbrella on Tian Qin's head was knocked away. On the other hand, Shen Yuanlong's situation was similar to Tian Qin's. The level 3 Dharma treasure, the cosmic void sword, let out a cry in the air. Then, it flew back to Shen Yuanlong. Looking at the purple-eyed demon wolf and the lightning crocodile, there were only some shallow sword marks on their bodies. However, at this moment, a huge fire dragon that was hundreds of feet long suddenly attacked the purple-eyed demon wolf and the lightning crocodile with incomparably scorching heat. Sizzle! Large balls of flames instantly rose in the air. Even the surroundings were filled with a boundless sea of fire at this moment. Needless to say, such a terrifying power definitely belonged to the category of level 3. Shen Yuanlong and Tian Qin were stunned for a moment before they realized that this was not the spell of a Violet Palace Realm cultivator who had come to help them, but a level 3 talisman. On the other hand, the 4 level 3 demon beasts on the other side did not realize this. They thought that other Violet Palace Realm cultivators had rushed over. Shocked, they subconsciously retreated. In particular, layers of protective barriers appeared, surrounding the purple-eyed demon wolf and lightning crocodile. With a bang, the huge fire dragon smashed into the barrier, causing it to shatter. Meanwhile, a huge bell that emitted a blue color smashed towards the 2 demon beasts with unstoppable power. Roar! The 2 demon beasts immediately let out 2 roars. The purple-eyed demon wolf spat out a ball of purple flames that burned fiercely. The lightning crocodile swung its huge tail with silver lightning. With a resounding bang, the huge bell was sent flying and collided with a mountain in the distance, shattering the mountain into 2. Pft! Below, Shen Daoming immediately spat out a large mouthful of blood. It was obvious that he had suffered a serious backlash. While the purple-eyed demon wolf and the lightning crocodile were focused on blocking the attack in front of them, an invisible heavenly saber quietly flew up and slashed at the lightning crocodile. It was the heavenly saber divine slaying talisman that Jiang Qingxian had exchanged from the Shen family's treasure vault that day. It was specially used to launch a sneak attack. The lightning crocodile did not expect such a strange attack to descend on it. Most importantly, this talisman seemed to be able to avoid its perception. In an instant, the lightning crocodile felt a splitting headache and its huge body kept rolling in the air. Crackle. Large amounts of lightning streaks struck down from the sky, turning the mountains within a radius of hundreds of kilometers into dust. The purple-eyed demon wolf was also shocked. It did not detect the arrival of the heavenly saber divine slaying talisman just now. In other words, if the talisman just now was targeted at it, it would also have a high chance of being hit by that talisman. At the thought of this, a trace of vigilance immediately flashed in the eyes of the purple-eyed demon wolf. In the next moment, it actually retreated more than 10,000 feet in fear. Seeing this, Shen Yuanlong's eyes immediately lit up. This is a good opportunity. Clang. Without the slightest hesitation, the cosmic void sword on his body immediately turned into an invisible sword light and pierced into the lightning crocodile that was rolling in the air. It pierced through its left eye and then flew out from the back of its head. In just an instant, it had already destroyed the soul of this level 3 demon beast and completely ended its life. Boom! The ground shook. The huge corpse of the lightning crocodile fell to the ground, immediately causing all the cultivators and demon beasts present to stop in their tracks. Ancestor and the others killed a level 3 demon beast. The Foundation establishment cultivators of the Shen family and the Sunset sect shouted joyfully. The cultivators who were still in a daze immediately came back to their senses. Without another word, they launched an extremely ferocious attack on the demon beasts with high morale. When those demon beasts saw their leader being killed, they were already flustered and packing. In just a moment, a large number of demon beasts began to flee. Among them were many level 2 demon beasts. In the sky, when the purple-eyed demon wolf, the double-eyed demon snake, and the three-eyed eagle saw the lightning crocodile being killed, they also had the thought of retreating. They didn't know if they'd end up just like the lightning crocodile if they lingered. Therefore, when Shen Yuanlong and Tian Qin regrouped, the 3 level 3 beasts looked at each other. Without any hesitation, they fled in the direction they came from. Chapter 74. 74, Yun Dongshan. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 74. Yun Dongshan Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations. Seeing this, all the cultivators cheered. Some even chased after the fleeing demon beasts and killed them. This included Jiang Qingxian. He still remembered his mission. He had to kill enough level 2 demon beasts. Fortunately, during this battle, he managed to kill more than 10 level 2 demon beasts. He was still 60% away from completing the mission issued by the system. Ding! However, at this moment, the system's voice suddenly sounded in his mind. Congratulations, host. This is the first time you have completed assisting in killing a level 3 demon beast. You have received +1 combat talent. Jiang Qingxian could not help but be surprised when he suddenly heard the system notification. He really did not expect that his assistance in fighting against the lightning crocodile would actually trigger the system's mission reward. He just didn't know how much strength this additional combat talent had given him. Before the real battle, it was very difficult for Jiang Qingxian to test it out. However, with the previous rewards, Jiang Qingxian thought that it wouldn't be something useless. Suddenly, everyone present could not help but look at the distant sky behind them. At this moment, 2 streaks of light were flying over. Many people present were very familiar with one of the lights. It was the ancestor of the Zhang immortal family, Zhang Baiyang, who was at the Violet Palace realm. As for the other light, it was a young man who looked to be in his 30s. He was wearing a blue robe and exuded an aura that even exceeded that of Shen Yuanlong and Tian Qin. It's him. Shen Yuanlong and Tian Qin were both surprised. Clearly, the appearance of this person was unexpected. When the blue-robed youth and Zhang Baiyang descended, Shen Yuanlong and Tian Qin went forward. They first nodded at Zhang Baiyang before looking at the blue-robed young man. Shen Yuanlong said, "So it's fellow Taoist Yun." "It's me." The young man in blue nodded. Not far away, Shen Ruyan sent a voice transmission to Jiang Qingxian. "Husband, that person's name is Yun Dongshan. He's a Violet Palace realm cultivator of the Ganyang sect. It's said that his cultivation has already reached the late stage of the Violet Palace realm. Most importantly, his Shifu is our ancestor Mengshue's Dao companion, Jingplong, who is in the Golden Core realm." "What? He's immortal Pelong's disciple." Jiang Qingxian was really surprised after hearing the background of this young man. In that case, could this person be instructed to come to their aid by ancestor Mengxue? Just as this thought flashed through his mind, he heard Yun Dongshan say to everyone, "This time, under the order of my Shifu and his Dao companion, I come here to help you guard Flatland County. I hope that you can fight alongside me and not let a demon beast cross the border of our nation." Hearing Yun Dongshan's words, Shen Yuanlong and Tian Qin were overjoyed. With the late stage Violet Palace realm cultivator, Yun Dongshan, around, their hope of protecting Flatland County would undoubtedly increase greatly. Moreover, as the personal disciple of Zheng Pelong, it was said that his combat strength was even stronger than ordinary late stage Violet Palace realm cultivators. Yun Dongshan continued, "Moreover, there should be other fellow cultivators arriving in Flatland County soon." "Really?" Shen Yuanlong and Tian Qin obviously did not expect that after him, there would be more Violet Palace realm cultivators coming to their aid. In this way, the pressure on them would undoubtedly be greatly reduced. After that, Yun Dongshan chatted with them for a while to get to know the situation better. In the end, Shen Yuanlong could not help but look at Yun Dongshan and ask, "Fellow Taoist Yun, I wonder how my sister and senior Pelong are doing." When Yun Dongshan heard this, he revealed a troubled expression. He said, "My Shifu is doing well. As for his Dao companion, how is she?" Shen Yuanlong's heart tightened for no reason. He instinctively sensed that something was wrong. "Sigh, BDNV." Yun Dongshan sighed softly before replying, "To be honest, she isn't in a particularly good state now. Even so, at such a critical moment, we still need to rely on her calculation. The reason why I'm here is because she knows that help is needed over here. But you don't have to worry too much. Not long ago, my Shifu exchanged for a starlight glazed fruit from the Starlight sect. Now, he has handed it to his wife. It should be able to increase her lifespan by 20 years. Is that so?" Even though Yun Dongshan said that, Shen Yuanlong still felt that something was amiss. However, he also knew that he couldn't help his sister at all. He wondered if Mengxue would be able to survive this demon beast riot. If she could, it would be fine. If not, then after this demon beast riot was over, the Shen family would face an extremely serious test. However, this was a matter for the future. Everything would have to wait until the demon beast riot was over. On the other side, Jiang Qingxian, Shen Ruyan, Shen Daoming, and all the surviving cultivators of the Shen family in Sunset sect had already collected the corpses of all the cultivators who had died in battle. It had to be said that on a battlefield of this scale, it was almost impossible to have a complete corpse. At least, they did not find a complete corpse this time. This made everyone who survived feel a little heavy-hearted. Especially after they counted the number of casualties, everyone's faces were solemn. And this was all thanks to Jiang Qingxian, Shen Ruyan, and the others taking the risk to interfere in the level 3 battle in the sky. If it wasn't for this, they didn't dare imagine what their endings would be. Elder Jiang, at this moment, Shen Rushuang suddenly came to Jiang Qingxian and Shen Ruyan. She said, "Ancestor and seniors wish to see you." After a pause, Shen Rushuang added, "It should be related to your performance and the puppet talisman you used." Hearing her words, Shen Ruyan's beautiful eyes suddenly turned cold. What did Ancestor say? Shen Ruyan knew very well how heaven-defying the golden armored puppet talisman that Jiang Qingxian had taken out was on a battlefield of this level. To put it bluntly, if there were enough of these talismans, it was very likely to change the direction of this war. And that was the problem. What did the Ancestor and the Violet Palace Realm seniors mean by specially inviting Jiang Qingxian over alone? Chapter 75. 75, Jiang Qingxuan's decision. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 75. Jiang Qingxuan's decision. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations. Jiang Qingxian reached out and patted her shoulder. He smiled at her and shook his head. Don't worry, Ruyan. Nothing will happen. In fact, he had already expected this when he decided to take out the golden armor puppet talisman. On the contrary, if Shen Yuanlong and the others were indifferent to the golden armored puppet talisman, he would find it strange. Their reaction now was only reasonable. Cousin Rushuang, take me there. Jiang Qingxian nodded at Shen Rushuang. Soon, the two of them arrived at a building that had just been temporarily built. Inside, Shen Daoming was reporting the situation to Shen Yuanlong and the others. When they saw Jiang Qingxian enter, they immediately looked at him. Brother Shen, is this the son-in-law of your Shen family? Zhang Baiyang was the first to speak. He could not help but size up Jiang Qingxian with interest. Jiang Qingxian bowed slightly to Shen Yuanlong and the Violet Palace Realm seniors. Greetings, Ancestor. Greetings, seniors. Qingxian, there is no need for the formalities. A smile appeared on Shen Yuanlong's face. He nodded at Jiang Qingxian and said, "We've already heard what happened just now from Daoming. You did a good job." Very good. Indeed. In that dangerous situation, as a 5th-level Foundation Establishment Realm cultivator, Jiang Qingxian could have such courage and even dare to carry it out. Most importantly, he had succeeded. That was proof of his ability. Therefore, at this moment, Shen Yuanlong, including the other Violet Palace Realm cultivators present, was not stingy with their praise for Jiang Qingxian. At the same time, they also promised Jiang Qingxian that the credit for him had been registered. When the Demon Beast riot ended, he should receive what he deserved. At that time, Jiang Qingxian could use this credit to exchange for the cultivation resources. Jiang Qingxian naturally expressed his gratitude to Shen Yuanlong and the others present. He knew very well that this was just the beginning of this talk. This was probably not the real reason why the ancestors had called him over. He was right. After Shen Yuanlong and the others praised Jiang Qingxian, a conflicted look flashed across Shen Yuanlong's face. However, he still asked Jiang Qingxian, "Qingxian, I heard from others that you have a puppet talisman. Is that true?" "Of course, this concerns your privacy. You can choose to answer, or you can choose not to answer, or you can only answer what you can." Shen Yuanlong knew that this was the best he could do for Jiang Qingxian. If he didn't say anything. The Violet Palace Realm ancestors present were specially here for an answer from Jiang Qingxian. If he really did not say anything, he would undoubtedly offend all the people present. That was clearly an unwise move. Based on his understanding of Jiang Qingxian, Shen Yuanlong believed that Jiang Qingxian would not do that. He was right. Jiang Xihingshuan thought for a moment before replying honestly, "Ancestor, it's true that I have it." After a pause, he continued, "I obtained this talisman by chance. It's called the Golden Armor Puppet Talisman. After using it, I can summon an armored puppet with a cultivation level comparable to the first level of the Foundation Establishment realm to fight. The duration is 10 minutes. What? Even though they already knew that this talisman was extraordinary, when Shen Yuanlong and the others heard its true use, they could not help but be shocked. No one knew better than them how valuable this talisman was. If they could master the method to make such a talisman, wouldn't they be able to continuously produce Foundation Establishment realm cultivators to fill up the battleground? At this moment, Shen Yuanlong regretted calling Jiang Qingxian over. If he had known that the effect of this talisman was so heaven-defying, he would have tried to help Jiang Qingxian keep it a secret. Unfortunately, it was too late to regret. Tian Qin asked curiously, I heard from them that the 3 golden armored puppets you summoned earlier seemed to have exploded. Why was that? The others looked at Jiang Qingxian without blinking. Jiang Qingxian only hesitated for a moment before answering, Senior, this is the self-destruction function of the golden armored puppet. The power of the self-destruction of the 3 golden armored puppets is enough to blow up an unprepared 7th level Foundation Establishment realm cultivator. Hearing Jiang Qingxuan's words again, the few Violet Palace realm cultivators present could not help but gasp. This talisman could actually self-destruct. This made this talisman more valuable. Unknowingly, the few Violet Palace realm cultivators began to look at each other. It was at this moment that Jiang Qingxian suddenly looked at Yun Dongshan, who was sitting at the head of the table. He bowed and cupped his fists. Senior Yun, I'm willing to give the method to make this golden armor puppet talisman to Ancestor Mengxue. I hope you can pass it to her when the time comes. What? As soon as Jiang Qingxian finished speaking, the others revealed a look of shock. Even Shen Yuanlong was stunned. However, he immediately understood Jiang Qingxuan's intentions. He looked at Jiang Qingxian with admiration. As expected of a young man valued by his sister. His intelligence was indeed not something ordinary people could compare to. Everyone knew Ancestor Mengxue's identity. Not only was she the ancestor of their Shen immortal family, but she was also the first Violet Palace realm elder of the Ganyang sect. At the same time, she was also the Tao companion of the Ganyang sect supreme elder, Immortal Pelong, Zheng Plong. Giving it to her was equivalent to befriending 3 parties at the same time. The brilliance of this move was that Jiang Qingxian had involved Immortal Plong in this. With Zheng Pelong behind him, no one would dare to offend him in the future. Everyone knew that Immortal Pelong had always been generous. With his personality, would he accept something from a junior like Jiang Qingxian for nothing? That was unlikely. At this moment, even Yun Dongshan could not help but admire Jiang Qingxuan's decision. He smiled and nodded at Jiang Qingxian. Then, I'll thank you on behalf of Senior Mengxue. Chapter 76. 76, Immortal Pelong. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 76. Immortal Pelong Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations. At this point, Yun Dongshan seemed to have thought of something and added, considering that another round of attack might come soon, Jiang Qingxian, can you make a batch of golden armored puppet talismans first? If you need any materials, we can provide them to you. Of course, we won't let you do it for nothing. You will also receive the credit for making the talismans. What do you think? Clearly, he was seeking benefits for Jiang Qingxian. Jiang Qingxuan's decision just now had already left a good impression on him. Jiang Qingxian had a feeling that if he wanted to obtain the mid-grade level 2 golden armor puppet talisman from the system, the prerequisite was that he had to complete the drawing of a certain number of golden armor puppet talismans. Now, Yun Dongshan's suggestion was exactly what he wanted. He thought for a moment and said, it's not a problem to make a batch of golden armored puppet talismans for the upcoming battle. However, I do need a batch of materials. Then, Jiang Qingxian told Yun Dongshan and everyone present about the materials he needed. When Yun Dongshan and the others heard the materials, they were slightly shocked. Extreme yellow jade. Heavenly spiritual dew. Clearly, everyone knew about the two main materials Jiang Qingxian mentioned. They knew that these two materials were relatively unpopular. Very few cultivators would deliberately collect them. However, soon, the prices of these two materials would probably soar. Yun Dongshan nodded at Jiang Qingxian. No problem. When the time comes, we'll give you the materials you need. After a while, Jiang Qingxian left first. Shen Ruyan, who was waiting outside, immediately walked forward and asked, "Husband, how is it? Did Ancestor and others make things difficult for you?" Jiang Qingxian smiled and shook his head. "Don't worry, no." As they spoke, the two of them returned to a temporary cave abode. Jiang Qingxian told her what had just happened. Hearing that, Shen Ruyan nodded at Jiang Qingxian in agreement. "Husband, your decision was right. I have more or less heard of Immortal Palong's character. He will definitely not take things from a junior like you for nothing. Furthermore, our ancestor Mengxue will also speak up for you. The only problem is that this golden armor puppet talisman that belongs to you will probably not belong to you alone in the future." Jiang Qingxian smiled indifferently. "I might not be the one to suffer a loss in this matter. On the contrary, what I can obtain in the end will probably far exceed our imagination." Hearing Jiang Qingxuan's words, Shen Ruyan's heart skipped a beat. The couple was telepathic with each other. She quickly caught something from Jiang Qingxuan's words. She thought for a moment and nodded. "That's true. At least after this, you and I will be remembered by Immortal Palong. Just this alone is something many Violet Palace realm cultivators can't even dream of." After that, the couple chatted for a while before returning to their cultivation rooms to organize and summarize the gains from this battle. A few days later, Shen Daoming sent Jiang Qingxian a large batch of extreme yellow jade and heavenly spiritual dew. By rough estimation, it was not a problem to use them to make dozens of golden armored puppet talismans. Jiang Qingxian sighed with emotions. It was indeed different to have a powerful backer behind you. Back then, he worked hard to find the extreme yellow jade and the heavenly spiritual dew but only managed to find 6 sets of them. But for others, it was just a piece of cake. He did not know if he could trigger the hidden mission prerequisite after he used up all these materials. If not, he might need them to fetch some more. Just as Jiang Qingxian was starting to make the golden armor puppet talisman, in the sky above the battlefield where the Ganyang sect was. As one of the 3 supreme elders, Zheng Palong was looking at a jade slip in his hand with interest. This person looked to be in his 40s. Dressed in white, he gave off a gentle and refined feeling. If one did not know his true identity, it would be difficult to associate such a scholarly-looking man with the famous Golden Core Realm Immortal. Interesting, it's indeed interesting. At this moment, Zheng Palong put down the jade slip in his hand and muttered with a smile. He turned to look at the white-haired young woman beside him, Shen Mengxue, and smiled. "Mengxue, I didn't expect your Shen family to have such an interesting son.in.law. I haven't heard you comment on a junior like this in a long time." Shen Mengxue smiled and continued, "Then what do you plan to do? With your generosity, you won't really have the cheek to take advantage of a junior, right?" "Of course not." Zheng Palong smiled and shook his head. "A young man that you think so highly of might be a golden core seedling in the future. I don't mind befriending him." As he spoke, Zheng Palong took out a token from his body and played with it in his hand. "This death exemption token that I've injected with magic power will be a greeting gift from me. I'll get someone to send it to him later. It should be able to help him block all attacks below the Golden Core Realm. Even if it's an attack from the Golden Core Realm, this token should be able to save his life once." Seeing what her Dao companion took out, Shen Mengxue could not help but reveal a surprised expression. She smiled and said, "Husband, it seems that you also think highly of this kid. I really can't hide anything from you. Zheng Pelong smiled. He did not deny his Dao companion's words. Instead, he nodded slightly and said, "Anyway, it's just a small thing. I won't lose out if I use it to form a good relationship with your son. In law." Half a year later, Jiang Qingxian had already used the extreme yellow jade and heavenly spiritual dew that Xin Yuanlong and Yun Dongshan had brought over to successfully draw a few golden armored puppet talismans. It was at this moment that the system's voice sounded in his mind. Chapter 77. 77, Hidden Crisis Outbreak. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 77. Hidden Crisis Outbreak. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations, congratulations, host. You have completed drawing 10 golden armored puppet talismans in a row. You have obtained the method to create a mid-grade level 2 golden armored puppet talisman. Hearing the system's notification, Jiang Qingxian immediately thought to himself, "I knew it." After drawing 10 golden armor puppet talismans in a row, the system really rewarded him with the mid-grade level 2 golden armor puppet talisman. At that moment, he carefully studied the method to make the mid-grade level 2 puppet. He discovered that other than the heavenly spiritual dew that was still necessary, the most important talisman material had already changed from the extreme yellow jade to the extreme yellow spiritual jade. The difference between the two was only one word. However, their prices were worlds apart. Before the news that the extreme yellow jade was an important material for a level 2 talisman spread, the price of the extreme yellow jade was about 1,000 spirit stones each. However, the price of the extreme yellow spiritual jade was 8,000 spirit stones. It was almost comparable to the price of a high-grade level 2 defensive artifact. Furthermore, the use of the extreme yellow spiritual jade was far greater than that of the extreme yellow jade. It seemed that he still had a long way to go if he wanted to obtain the high-grade level 2 golden armor puppet talisman by drawing mid-grade level 2 golden armor puppet talismans. However, he had to admit that the mid-grade level 2 golden armor puppet talisman was clearly much stronger than the low-grade level 2 golden armor puppet talisman. Not only was the combat strength of the puppet summon comparable to a 5th-level Foundation Establishment Realm cultivator, moreover, in terms of duration, it was far greater than the low-grade level 2 golden armored puppet. It lasted for half an hour. The self-destruction power of the mid-grade level 2 golden armor puppet talisman was enough to threaten a cultivator at the 7th level of the Foundation Establishment Realm. After that, Jiang Qingxian continued his talisman-making business. After a long time, Jiang Qingxian made another 8 golden armor puppet talismans this time. Compared to last time, his speed had clearly improved greatly. Meanwhile, he did not neglect his cultivation during this period. At this moment, his accumulation of cultivation at the 5th level of the Foundation Establishment Realm had already reached the limit. Next, he only needed to consume a pill that could increase his cultivation level and he would have more than 50% confidence in breaking through to the 6th level of the Foundation Establishment Realm. In addition, he also obtained a death exemption token from Zheng Pelong. Zheng Pelong's magic power could help him block an attack from the Golden Core Realm cultivator. At the same time, it could also help him block many attacks below the Gold Core Realm. Most importantly, the fact that he had this token said a lot. Anyone with some brains would not make things difficult for Jiang Qingxian after seeing this token. Another few months passed. When Jiang Qingxian handed the 5 golden armored puppet talismans to Ancestor Xin Yuanlong, he realized that Ancestor Xin Yuanlong's expression was not good. This puzzled Jiang Qingxian and he couldn't help but ask, "Ancestor, did something happen?" Xin Yuanlong hesitated for a moment, but finally nodded. "I just received news that Ziyuan County has been breached by demon beasts." "What?" Hearing this news from Xin Yuanlong, Jiang Qingxuan's expression immediately changed. He knew very well that the Ziyuan County that Xin Yuanlong was talking about was similar to the Flat Land County. It was said that since the demon beast riot broke out, there were more Violet Palace realm cultivators guarding there than in the flat land county. However, how could such a place be breached by demon beasts? One had to know that there were hundreds of millions of mortals and cultivators who resided in Ziyuan County. As if knowing what was on Jiang Qingshuan's mind, Shen Yuanlong nodded with a solemn expression. You're right. The hundreds of millions of mortals and cultivators in Ziyuan County have already become food for those demon beasts. In this demon beast riot, they pretended to target Flat Land County and the other two counties. However, in fact, their true target is Ziyuan County. How come? Jiang Qingxian suddenly felt a chill down his spine. He really did not dare to imagine what would happen if the true target of those demon beasts was Flat Land County. Would Flat Land County also become the second Ziyuan County? No wonder after the first demon beast attack, Flat Land County hadn't been harassed by demon beasts. At that time, they all thought that the demon beasts were planning a big move. Unexpectedly, the target of their big move was not Flat Land County, but Ziyuan County. Ancestor, what's the situation over there now? Did the Ganyang sect do anything? Jiang Qingxian suddenly thought of these questions. Ziyuan County was the territory of the human race. The Ganyang sect would not just watch it fall into the hands of demon beasts, right? It was impossible for them to not do anything, right? Indeed. Shen Yuanlong nodded. Currently, Supreme Elder Nangong and Supreme Elder Tianqi of the Ganyang sect have already led the disciples to Ziyuan County. Moreover, they are also transferring forces from other regions to Ziyuan County. They even intended to mobilize our cultivators to help Ziyuan County, but it was rejected by Ancestor Mengxue. Oh. Is that so? Jiang Qingxian was a little surprised. He knew that Ancestor Mengxue cultivated calculation techniques. Could it be that there was still some crisis hidden in Flat Land County? Just as this thought flashed through his mind, he and Shen Yuanlong suddenly heard an urgent bell. Accompanying it was a dazzling flame that soared into the sky. What is that? Jiang Qingxian and Shen Yuanlong's expressions changed drastically. Not good. There's a large-scale demon beast attack. At the same time, their communication jade talismans suddenly lit up. The two of them realized the seriousness of the problem. They did not dare to delay and immediately rushed out. A moment later. In the large level 3 protective array. Yun Dongshan looked at the densely packed demon beasts outside the array formation before turning to look at the people with an abnormally solemn expression. Everyone, I'm afraid the situation is out of control. According to my observation just now, the number of demon beasts that came to attack Flat Land County is on par with the number of demon beasts that destroyed Ziyuan County. How come? Everyone was puzzled when they heard Yun Dongshan's words. Tian Qin said in disbelief, that's not right. Their main force is clearly still in Ziyuan County. Why would a force of the same scale appear in Flat Land County? This doesn't make sense at all. Chapter 78. 78, The State of Enlightenment. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 78. The State of Enlightenment. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations. Everyone else present had the same question as Tian Qin. They did not understand where the demon beasts attacking Flat Land County came from. Unless there was more than one demon beast force involved in this riot. At the thought of this, many people present could not help but feel a chill down their spine. Yun Dongshan nodded at everyone with a solemn expression. Everyone, I believe you've already guessed it. That's right. The force led by the Wolf King of the Secluded Mountain is not the only force involved in this riot. The Black Wind Snake King of the Inky Python Mountain is also involved. What? Hearing Yun Dongshan's words, everyone present was shocked. The one initiated this riot was the Wolf King of the Secluded Mountain. It was one of the greatest enemies of the human race. At the very least, the demon beast riot in the last 600 years was all started by this demon king. But since when did the Black Wind Snake King of the Inky Python Mountain get involved? Moreover, they did not see this coming at all. Something was wrong. Someone must have blocked their divine senses and blocked some heavenly secrets from being seen. Otherwise, with the ability of a Golden Core Realm Cultivator and Shen Mingshue's calculation ability, it was impossible for her not to notice it. So what do we do now? Someone raised a question. Yun Dongshan said calmly, I've already told my Shifu about this. I believe he and the others will rush over soon. What we have to do next is to try our best to defend Flat Land County and not let it be breached by those demon beasts. That's the only way. Under the arrangement of Yun Dongshan, Shen Yuanlong, and Tian Qin, everyone began to set up defenses. As for Zhang Baiyang and Song Hui, they had always been stationed in the north of Flat Land County to prevent any demon beasts from sneaking in. Soon, densely packed demon beasts appeared outside their protective array. These demon beasts seemed to have been given a kamikaze order. Even though they knew that the path ahead was blocked, they still charged towards the level 3 protective array fearlessly. Boom, boom, boom. In an instant, thousands of demon beasts died, smashing into the array. Seeing this, the expressions of Yun Dongshan, Shen Yuanlong, and Tian Qin were a little ugly. Shen Yuanlong said, no, we can't let them continue like this. They clearly want to use those low-level demon beasts to exhaust the power of our array. Tian Qin nodded and said, that's right, once the power of our array is weakened to a certain point, it will be unstable. Then, let's fight back. Yun Dongshan spoke. At the same time, behind the densely packed demon beasts, 5 terrifying figures appeared. They were 5 level 3 demon beasts. 3 of them were the 3 that had appeared before. They were the double-eyed demon snake, the 3-eyed eagle, and the purple-eyed demon wolf. As for the remaining 2, they were the 3-tailed fire lizard and the blue-eyed demon ape. A lizard with 3 flaming tails and a huge ape with a pair of blue eyes. The auras of the 2 demons were already infinitely close to the late stage of level 3. They should be here to deal with Yun Dongshan, a late stage Violet Palace Realm Cultivator. Their auras collided in midair from afar, sending out invisible shock waves. Instantly, their expressions changed slightly. Yun Dongshan, Shen Yuanlong, and the 3-tailed fire lizard and the green-eyed demon ape did not act rashly. Clearly, they knew in their hearts that now was not the time for people at their level to make a move. On this side, Jiang Qingxian, Shen Ruyan, and the others had just arrived outside the array when they were surrounded by many demon beasts at the same time. Fortunately, with their strength, as long as they weren't besieged by many high-grade level 2 demon beasts for a long time, it would not be a problem. In addition, they had many trump cards. Therefore, not long after, many demon beasts died at their hands. Among them were many level 2 demon beasts. Looking at the progress of the mission under his retina, Jiang Qingxian did not hold back at all. The purple flame sword in his hand suddenly turned into wisps of wind and began to shuttle among the demon beasts. Almost every time, 1 or more demon beasts would be killed by the sword. Just like that. After an unknown period of time, Jiang Qingxian suddenly felt that he had become one with the surrounding wind. It was as if he was a part of the wind. The sword in his hand no longer seemed to be a sword, but invisible air currents that whistled in the air. Slowly, Jiang Qingxuan's figure became more and more blurry. His movements were unpredictable and his speed couldn't be caught up at all. Not far away, Shen Ruyan's beautiful eyes immediately lit up when she saw this. Did he enter a state of enlightenment? On such a battlefield, at such a critical moment. Her husband had actually entered a state of enlightenment that even Golden Core Realm cultivators yearned for. She knew very well how rare this state was. Therefore, at this moment, she did not go over to disturb him, nor did she take the initiative to kill the demon beasts around him. Once he was interrupted, it was very likely that he would be pulled out of that state of enlightenment. That would be a pity. In any case, he had the death exemption token given by Immortal Pelong. It was impossible for these demon beasts to threaten his life. 5 minutes passed. Jiang Qingxian seemed to have become even more ethereal. In the beginning, if one observed carefully, they could more or less catch his movements. However, at this moment, there was no longer any trace of him. Just like the omnipresent wind, he was invisible. Swoosh! Suddenly, there was a soft sound in the air. The head of a high-grade level 2 demon beast that was trying to sneak attack him fell from its neck and rolled on the ground. The huge body swayed left and right before it fell to the ground with a bang. This was something that caught everyone off guard, including Shenruyan. She did not expect that with her husband's current cultivation, he could actually kill a high-grade level 2 demon beast with a single strike. This strength was already infinitely close to the perfected stage of the Foundation establishment realm. Buzz. At the same time, with Jiang Qingxian as the center, circles of green light wheels suddenly began to spin. In the beginning, the green light wheel was small. However, as time passed, the green light wheel became larger and larger, and its speed became faster and faster. In the end, when the green light wheel completely dissipated, there was no longer a living demon beast within 100 meters of Jiang Qingxian. Chapter 79. 79, Sneak Attack of a Level 3 Demon Beast. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 79. Sneak Attack of a Level 3 Demon Beast. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations SSSS. This scene caused many people to gasp in shock. What did Jiang Qingxian do just now? In just a short while, so many demon beasts had died in his hands. Even Shenruyan could not conceal the astonishment in her beautiful eyes. It seemed that her husband had gained a lot this time. This was indeed the case. At this moment, Jiang Qingxian had officially cultivated his breeze sword technique to perfection. Not only did the power and speed greatly increased, moreover, even the true essence consumed to use it was reduced to a relatively small extent. Most importantly, his cultivation level successfully entered the 6th level of the Foundation establishment realm through the state of enlightenment. His true essence had increased by about 30% compared to before. If Jiang Qingxian was not wrong, all of this should be related to the combat talent rewarded by the system. Looking at the progress of the mission under his retina, he realized that it had already reached 96%. Next, he only needed to kill 4 more level 2 demon beasts to complete the mission. Roar! It was at this moment that a terrifying sound wave swept towards Jiang Qingxian. The sound wave seemed to carry some kind of shock effect. Along the way, all the rocks were shattered. Jiang Qingxian's pupils constricted. Shenruyan's beautiful eyes widened. It's a level 3 demon beast. Among the group of level 1 and level 2 demon beasts, a demon beast with wings on its back and an obscure aura around it that looked like a bat was staring at Jiang Qingxian. Who would have thought that a level 3 demon beast would actually hide among a group of level 1 and level 2 demon beasts and even launch a sneak attack? Moreover, the target of its sneak attack was not a Violet Palace realm cultivator, but only a Foundation establishment cultivator. Facing such a cunning level 3 demon beast, ordinary Foundation establishment cultivators would definitely die. Fortunately, Jiang Qingxian was not an ordinary Foundation establishment cultivator. The moment he sensed the danger of death, he threw out all the level 2 defensive talismans on him. Earth Spirit Shield Talisman, Flame Light Barrier Talisman, Water Essence Great Wall Talisman, Turtle Shell Spirit Shield Talisman, and so on. At the same time, he cast several level 2 defensive spells. Turtle Shell Earth Shield Spell, Heavenly Shield Spell, Mystic Void Round Light Spell. That was not all. Jiang Qingxian then took out his two level 2 defensive Dharma artifacts, the low-grade level 2 purple, gold spirit shield, and the mid-grade level 2 green wood heavenly light shield. There was a series of bangs. The level 2 defensive talismans he took out were broken first. Even his level 2 defensive spells were useless. In the end, the sound wave landed on his two level 2 defensive Dharma artifacts. The purple, gold spirit shield only lasted for less than a breath before it was shattered on the spot. The green wood heavenly light shield lasted a little longer. However, it was also sent flying in less than a breath's time. Moreover, the light on its surface was dimmed. It was obvious that it had been severely damaged. Seeing that the sound wave was still rapidly attacking him, Jiang Qingxian gritted his teeth and threw out 5 more talismans in one go. It was the golden armored puppet talisman. The puppets in golden armor immediately raised their saber and self-destructed with a surging aura. Boom, boom, boom. In an instant, the explosion caused mushroom clouds to rise. Jiang Qingxuan's figure flew hundreds of meters away before stopping after smashing into a small mountain. There was a trace of blood at the corner of his mouth. Fortunately, after throwing out all his trump cards, he managed to survive this sound wave. Bastard! You're courting death. An angry shout suddenly came from the sky. Shen Yuanlong was furious. His level 3 Dharma treasure, the cosmic void sword, turned into a light and shot at the level 3 demon beast, the stealthy bat. He was really enraged. He did not expect that there was actually a stealthy bat hidden among those low-level demon beasts. When the sword light swept through the air, the void seemed to have been shattered. The stealthy bat had just transformed into level 3. How could it withstand Shen Yuanlong's angry attack? One of its wings was pierced by Shen Yuanlong's cosmic void sword on the spot, spilling a large amount of purple-brown blood in the air. However, just as Shen Yuanlong was about to continue attacking the bat, the purple-eyed demon wolf, the double-eyed demon snake, the three-eyed eagle, the three-tailed fire lizard, and the green-eyed demon ape all made a move. This forced Tian Qin and Yun Dongshan to attack together. Just like that, the battle between the Violet Palace Realm cultivators and level 3 demon beast erupted. Amidst the bangs and booms in the air, Shen Ruiyan's eyes never left the stealthy bat. Needless to say, the stealthy bat's sneak attack on Jiang Qingxian had totally infuriated his Dao companion. She kept calculating the distance between her and the stealthy bat. She was waiting for the best time to attack. Finally, just as the stealthy bat was about to leave the level 3 battlefield and was about to come down to the ground to slaughter the Foundation Establishment Realm cultivators, Shen Ruiyan, who originally stood rooted to the ground, suddenly turned into a bolt of lightning. Crackle! Colorful lightning intertwined. The stealthy bat did not expect that a Foundation Establishment cultivator would dare to take the initiative to attack a level 3 demon beast like itself. For a moment, it was dazzled by the lightning. It was precisely at that moment that a flying sword with raging flames and lightning landed on its body. The stealthy bat immediately let out a scream. The wing that was injured by Shen Yuanlong just now was actually cut off by that sword. The bat was suddenly overwhelmed by fear. It instinctively thought that the person who had attacked it just now was a Violet Palace Realm cultivator hiding in the dark. It quickly retreated. However, this retreat would send it to its demise. Behind it, a huge net formed by lightning had appeared at some point. This retreat caused the bat to fall into the huge net that was closing in. There was a ripping sound. Dazzling electric arcs immediately surrounded the stealthy bat. This electric arc seemed to have some special power. It actually made the level 3 demon beast's body feel waves of intense numbness. The bat knew that it was in a life-threatening situation. However, before it could do anything, the lightning and fire sword light that had appeared previously suddenly transformed into hundreds of sword shadows in the air. Then, those sword shadows fused into one. With a swoosh, it slashed at the stealthy bat's body. Chapter 80. 80. Unforeseen event, the fall of Tian Qin. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 80. Unforeseen event, the fall of Tian Qin. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations Puff. Blood splattered everywhere. The stealthy bat's huge body was instantly split into two. One could see endless lightning and flames devouring the body of the stealthy bat. It was not until this moment that Shenruyan reappeared in everyone's vision. The surroundings immediately fell silent. Everyone looked at the corpse of the stealthy bat in shock. What did they just see? A level 3 demon beast, an existence comparable to a Violet Palace realm cultivator, actually died at the hands of a Foundation Establishment cultivator. Even though she had already reached the 9th level of the Foundation Establishment realm, even though the level 3 demon beast had already been severely injured beforehand, killing a level 3 demon beast while still in the Foundation Establishment realm still shocked everyone. Jiang Qingxian also couldn't help but reveal a look of shock. Just now, when he went all out to block the attack of the stealthy bat, he knew very well how powerful it was. But in the end, his Dao companion relied on her cultivation to kill the stealthy bat. This was really... Jiang Qingxian did not know what to say. However, he had to admit that he was touched by Shenruyan being so protective of him. Roar! At this moment, the 5 level 3 demon beasts in the sky finally returned to their senses. They were also shocked by Shenruyan's actions just now. A level 3 demon beast actually died in the hands of a Foundation Establishment cultivator. It was simply unbelievable. However, the demon beasts also realized one thing, which was that Shenruyan must die. Otherwise, once she grew stronger, she would definitely become a huge threat to the demon beast race. It was the same for her Dao companion, Jiang Qingxian. With his mid-stage Foundation Establishment realm cultivation, not only did he reveal the strength of the perfected stage Foundation Establishment realm, but he also blocked the attack of a level 3 demon beast. He was also a potential threat and had to be eliminated. Humph. You actually let yourself be distracted when fighting me. Do you really think I can't kill you? Suddenly, Yun Dongshan snorted coldly. Immediately after, a crescent-shaped Dharma treasure above his head suddenly erupted with an extremely dazzling light. The Dharma treasure shot out sharp beams of light, instantly leaving several bloody holes on the 3-tailed fire lizard and the blue-eyed demon ape in front of him. Roar! The 2 demon beasts let out a painful roar. The 3 tails behind the 3-tailed fire lizard emitted red, blue, and yellow flames. The demon ape with blue eyes spat out a diamond-shaped Dharma treasure that drew a demonic arc in the air. The 2 demon beasts joined forces and barely blocked Yun Dongshan's attack. Seeing this, Yun Dongshan reached out and grabbed at the air. With a buzz, the sky suddenly dimmed. Immediately after, a little starlight lit up in the air. It then turned into a sword rain and shot towards the 3-tailed fire lizard and the blue-eyed demon ape with a howl that could bring destruction to everything. It was the level 3 spell that he was famous for, the light condensation sword spell. There was a series of bangs. These beams of lights that were like raindrops shot against the protective barrier around the 3-tailed fire lizard and the blue-eyed demon ape, immediately causing loud bangs like a cannonball. The bodies of the 2 demon beasts shook violently. Blood kept gushing out of their mouths. At this moment, the blue-eyed demon ape suddenly roared, "At this point, are you still unwilling to surrender? Then I'll destroy you one by one." After demon beasts reached level 3, they already had intelligence not inferior to humans. Moreover, they could speak normally like humans. The only difference was that there was still a beast nature in them. When they were angry or agitated, they would still act on instinct. The moment the demon ape finished speaking, a sinister laughter suddenly sounded in the air. Yun Dongshan, who was suppressing the 2 demons, changed his expression drastically. He suddenly retreated and shouted, "Be careful." Puff, however, his reminder was still too late. As soon as he finished speaking, a black claw pierced through Tian Qin's chest and took out a beating heart. Tian Qin did not expect to be sneaked upon and attacked without knowing it. She lowered her head and looked at her hollow chest. Suddenly, large amounts of black blood gushed out of her mouth. She spat out a few words with difficulty. The Shadow Demon. Puff! Immediately, a black light flashed and Tian Qin's beautiful head fell. This made the disciples of the Sunset Sect, who were still fighting the demon beasts, cry out in grief. Grand Elder. At the same time, Shen Yuanlong, who was fighting the three-eyed eagle and the purple-eyed demon wolf, suddenly sensed a great danger descending. He did not have time to think and suddenly retreated. Puff, however, he was also a step too late. His right hand was cut off at the shoulder by a black light. An evil and cold black flame began to wrap around his body. Fortunately, Shen Yuanlong was decisive. The cosmic void sword that had dimmed suddenly erupted with an extremely dazzling light. It spun around him. Sizzle. The cold black flames were instantly dissipated by the cosmic void sword. Even so, Shen Yuanlong still suffered irreversible damage this time. Not only was his body severely injured, but even his lifespan was greatly reduced. He would probably not have many years to live. At this moment, he was staring fixedly at a certain spot on his right. There, a shadow-like figure was holding a black-brown bone claw and laughing wildly at everyone. Ha ha ha. How satisfying. I didn't expect that cultivators like you who claim to be righteous would have such a day. Shadow Ghost Claw. Shen Yuanlong and Yun Dongshan ignored the person's laughter. Instead, they were staring at the black-brown bone claw in his hand. It's actually this demonic treasure. Yun Dongshan gritted his teeth. He knew very well that the demonic cultivator in front of him was holding a Dharma treasure infinitely close to level 4. It was a Dharma treasure that the golden core demonic cultivator known as the Shadow Demon often gave to subordinates to fight. It was this Dharma treasure that had taken Tian Qin's life and severely injured Shen Yuanlong. Damn it! Yun Dongshan knew that this was going to be troublesome. This was because at this moment, he suddenly discovered that other than the demonic cultivator in front of him, there were many other demonic cultivators lurking around. These rats were actually colluding with the demon beasts. Just as this thought flashed through his mind, Yun Dongshan and everyone present discovered that after those demonic cultivators arrived, several huge figures with extremely terrifying auras had appeared. It was another 4 level 3 demon beasts.